what is the government of India doing in terms of safeguarding the border, in terms of border fencing? What is the updated position? How far has the border fencing arisen? Because this is also crucial in the sense of, we get all these matters which come up before us every day about, the...
Foreigners tribunals about...
No, about the people seeking bail because they've been, when they've been caught, cattle smuggling, so-called cattle smuggling, involvement with the... We've also had cases, you will recall, of our own paramilitary forces officers being involved with that. Yes. Those people have been proceeded against.
Yes, sir.
One other aspect which you may consider. See, our point also is that the very problems which the Solicitor General is projecting also happen in the context of Bengal, West Bengal.
We are going to come there. We come to that. Also, when you're answering now, I think we've understood the broad lay of the matter. What we'd now like to know from you is the Article 14 argument, the cultural impact, etc. We'll hear you very briefly, but your point really will be that, look, this was basically political policy, and therefore this is something which is factored in. But we'd like to hear you on that. But most important, why did you single out Assam when we found yesterday that West Bengal shares a much larger border with Bangladesh, and therefore, presumably, the extent of illegal migration into West Bengal would be as or even more significant? Or did we have any cogent data to indicate that the extent of illegal migration into West Bengal was minimal as compared to this? Therefore, we left it alone.
No, my lord, we don't have. And this is the answer which I am going to give, my lord.
Now, what my lord is saying is that now, after Assam, this illegal immigrant will get into more and more they get into West Bengal now.
Absolutely.
What is going to see? Therefore, we want to know how do you propose to deal with this? At least after 71. And
Mr. Solicitor, there are we have to look at it at different layers. First, there is a layer of legality, that we deal with these illegal immigrants who are here with due process of law, because we are not some authoritarian country that you just pick them up and treat them, and show the power.
The process is the tribunal.
We have to follow process of law because we are a democratic country governed by the rule of law.
Correct.
And there's a grave danger that you might actually pick up if you don't follow the rule of law. Genuine people may be picked up and thrown out. That's something we must also.
Yes, sir.
But more important than also, what are we doing from here
onwards
for the future? What is the government of India doing in terms of ensuring that you have an impermeable border? How much investment is the government of India taking into ensuring that the border becomes, in that sense, impermeable?
Lord, I understand.
What are the executive steps which the government of India is taking? Have we, to what extent has the border been fenced? We understand that parts with the terrain is impossible to be fenced also. But what are the steps we want to know? Because this is a crucial problem, independent of 6A.
This is regarding border fencing, my lord, Justice Suryakant's query, my lord.
As government of India, does government of India have data? And Mr. Solicitor, we understand the problems of all this as well, because culturally, you're dealing with people who look exactly like you. They speak the same language. They dress the same way.
No.
What is the data with the government? What is the extent of the illegal immigration post 71?
My lord, I'll just, my lord, point out.
Do we have that data?
No, this is my answer, my lord, not the government's answer, my lord, because I could not, my lord, get it from the record. So far as Bengal is concerned, my lord, the general discussion which I have with the officials is that Assam faced the problem and raised it at a level for the simple reason that culturally, Bangladeshis and Assamese were so different that it was easy to identify. In case of Bangladesh, their language, their food habits, their dressing, everything, they mingle very easily, number one. Number two, because of that, maybe there is no uproar or something, but that does not justify the government not taking steps. I must admit.
With great respect to my learned friend, regarding dresses, there are a lot of differences. One can make out
between.
And not predominantly Assam is a.
No, he is agreeing with you.
I'm supporting.
He's talking about Bengal, not Assam.
I'm talking about Bengal.
That's why I thought I'll clarify. I got your point. We realized what was in your mind. He was talking about Bengal.
I was
But now tell us, what have we...
But what I'll do is,
Look, one way, Mr. Solicitor, their argument is strike it down under 14. You didn't do to West Bengal what you have done to Assam. You have an equal illegal immigration into West Bengal. You've just let it be. Let it be in the sense they are liable to be deported. You granting them legality in Assam. One is the 14 argument. But beyond that now, we are going beyond the validity argument.
correct.
What are we doing? Why? First, we want to know what was the reason which prompted Parliament to exclude West Bengal from the grant of citizenship? We are not saying that they should have granted it. But why? What is it that led us to believe that this problem was peculiar to Assam and not to...
If
Argument could not have been from the Indian perspective that there was an agitation in Assam.
cannot, that can't be
The
there.
argument from the Indian
Can-
perspective is we have to
can't
do
be
what is good for
justified.
the nation.
Yes, sir.
Right? Why did we leave West Bengal alone? Second, what is the extent of illegal migration between 1971 onwards, and what is the position as West Bengal? And what is the government doing in West Bengal now?
I must admit, Lord, right now, my Lord, my preparation was on the validity part and legal part, but matter may not end today.
So we'd like,
Undertake to file an affidavit of the authorized officer, Lord, latest by tomorrow or day after, on all questions, because
and we would like an updated statement from Government of India. Let the Home Secretary also applies mind to this.
yes. I think all states
All
are part.
states are right. You are a,
My lord, state of Tripura also has equally same problem.
but
In fact, Tripura, it is- my lord,
one second, we will come to Tripura in a moment. Who's appearing for the state of West Bengal?
State is a party.
Have they filed an affidavit?
But
Have they
all
filed-
states are parties.
Mr. Diwan,
One of
Mr.
the
Chaudhary, has West Bengal filed an affidavit in this proceeding?
Lord, state is a party, my lord. But I will, my lord, I assure your lordships, the Home Secretary will file an affidavit on all these concerns.
We would like to
Reason
have
is
an
this.
affidavit from them also. From the state of West Bengal also, their official stand we want to know.
Certainly, my lord. The reason is this, my lord. Forget, my lord, anything else. Your lordships are a constitutional court, my lord, protecting fundamental rights of every citizen. Lord, this would be a part of fundamental rights of large section of citizens, my lord, in large, my lord, in several states where, my lord, their natural resources, their other resources, my lord, are being shared only on economic grounds.
Now, Mr. Solicitor, let's go rapid fire now on your argument to
Yes.
your response to constitutional validity.
Yes. Kindly, my
You've
lord.
shown us the statutory scheme, right?
Yes.
Just tell us now what is your answer to the constitutional challenge.
Yes, my lord, please come to, my lord, my written submissions, volume 2A. And I'll, my lord, as your lordships have said, rapid fire, I'll skip, my lord, what is, they may be treated as read, my lord, but, lord, enactment of section 6A, the history, the background behind it, my lord, there was a debate in Parliament. Your lordships may not get much on that, my lord, except that I'll just, my lord, paraphrase so that your lordships may not have to read. Assam Accord provided and the government has agreed, that is one. Number two, at the relevant point of time, the war. And therefore, people have come. That this amendment is virtually amending Article 4 and 5. Look, that was 4, 5 and 6, I'm sorry, 5 and 6. Look, that was, my lord, dealt with when 6A was being framed by the then Home Minister, my lord. Please see, my lord, page 9, Shri S.B. Chavan, the then Home Minister. I am also referring to Article 11 of the Constitution, which clearly lays down that government is within its own powers to enact legislation conferring or terminating the citizenship, any of the rights which a citizen can possibly have. So this is a very wide power which has been provided for. There is no question of any infirmity under the Constitution or any other law for the time being in force.
That is a little important because
We
you
have
said-
made a commitment to stop a large number of infiltrators who have been crossing over. The average rate comes to about 2,400 per month. All these people have been trying to cross and we have been trying to push them across the border. There is no denying the fact that the people have come. Whatever Bangladesh government might say, I can say without any fear of contradiction that in fact, a large number of people have come. But they had come in a very peculiar circumstances, and that is why we could not possibly afford to take very harsh attitude, and that is why conciliatory attitude had to be taken, and that is why legislation is there. Lord, he says about pre-71, but admitting the position that this position has continued even after 71.
What was the statement of objects and reasons of the bill introducing section 6A? What did the statement of objects and reasons say?
My lord, to give effect to the Assam Accord, I tried.
That's all.
But, my lord, your lordship did
Nothing
not
beyond
get any
that.
assistance from that. Therefore, my lord, we tried and searched the debates of Parliament. This unprecedented situation was not contemplated by 1955 Act. Therefore, this present amendment is trying to solve that situation, and Parliament is competent under Article 11 to enact this kind of a legislation. Then, my lord, Mr. P.A. Sangma's, my lord, is relevant at page 11. He was, my lord, MOS in Department of States. Members from this side and the other side, including, I think, Mr. Babul Reddy himself, have pointed out that Parliament is competent to decide on all matters relating to citizenship. And this has been very clearly, very expressly, unambiguously put forward in Article 11 of the Constitution. Therefore, the constitutionality of this bill cannot be doubted. The power of Parliament to enact such a bill cannot be challenged at all. My lord, on 11, let me, my lord, complete my submissions in 5 minutes. And my lord, there is a interesting Constituent Assembly debates when 11 was being framed.
Yes.
They say that we have to leave it to the Parliament. How? My lord, Article 4,
Why
Article
didn't you
5
formulate it A, B,
it is
C?
there, it is there. But my lord, I'll just orally point out and then, my lord, show your lordships. Lord, Article 5 and 6 talks of deemed citizenship.